What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Super Mario, please say the super. Yep, upline, Prez team member, 15K, or Uncle Prez, or whatever it is. What up, Vicky and Dora and Pretty Face Fisher? What's your name, Pretty Face? Marnika, what up?
Toya.
Call. What is it?
Toya.
Hi. Put that on there so we just know your name, so everybody know your name.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys just put your real name on here so we know each other. And we can recognize each other from Facebook to face to name to top volume list to qualify for everything list to LDW list to I seen your name on the world team list when Herbalife dropped it to I seen your name on the active world team list when everybody dropped it to the I seen your name on the global expansion team list and I see your name up on the top at Extravaganza when they do it like real names, baby. That's what it is. And then if you want to go by another name, just, do your work. Herbalife will call you whatever you want to and put up on whatever screen you want to, however you want to say. And trust me, I know. Right. All right, Monday. Anybody know what this like Monday, what's so important about this Monday, you guys? Anybody know? Anybody want to just like jump in and guess what I'm thinking?
Debates.
Nope. It's not a debate.
It's the last Monday.
EOM Monday.
It's the EOM Monday. So we officially got, I would like to say about 4.5 days left in the month, barring some awesome circumstance where Herbalife says, hey, you guys get another day, but that day would be like a whole weekend because that's how they operate. But probably won't happen because Fridays don't count for EOM extensions like Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. So we got to go into these last 4.5 days extremely, extremely motivated and extremely, extremely dedicated to the mission and our goals. And we all should be tracking for something and everything, right? Who's all tracking for something, right? So I know the main thing that I know that we're tracking for that a lot of us are going to be able to deal with very, very soon, like in another week, is going to be the LDW VIP qualifications. You guys should be tracking for your gold, silver, platinum, bronze, seating, gifts. The gifts is going to be amazing, that backpack or whatever. Press team experience for those who qualify for that. All you guys got to do is look up the qualifications and know what your volume is going to be for that. And you get like volume. We had a double volume point month, so that's crazy. So a lot of you guys are probably doing better than you think. We had an active supervisor bonus 2,500. So a lot of you guys are doing better than you think if you guys haven't already added that into, factored that into your qualifications. So Herbalife's making it really easy to enjoy these training events while we're building our business, while we're earning more income, while we're making more impact. We got to use what Herbalife has given us for why we're here, right? And so we're here for helping the world, and we're here for helping ourselves. Is everybody kind of clear on that? Helping the world, and the world is like your downlines, the world, your clients, the world, the strangers that we're going to talk to face-to-face, online, however we come in contact with people is the world. We're here to help those people, and then we're here to help ourselves. Is everybody clear that as I help the world, my main point for you is to help yourself? As an upline, I want you guys to help yourselves. I want you guys to be so selfish with your Herbalife business that it's all about you. Oh, they aren't going to like this message. Now, don't get too attached to these words that I'm using. Get attached to like the actual message and feeling and what that actually is going to be meaning. So when I say be selfish, we're not really being selfish, right? Because you can't do Herbalife selfishly because it's not going to be for you if you're selfishly holding Herbalife. But I want you to be inspired of your own situation. I want you to be motivated and intense and active and crazy and qualifying and going hard, I want you to be going hard for yourself. It has to be like that. Otherwise, there's no credibility to Herbalife. Like if you're not going hard for yourself, then you don't have the health result to share and the new health results to share and the excitement to share. And if you don't go hard for yourself, then you don't have the income to share that you even feel like I know for a fact that everybody's not happy with their Herbalife income, right? It's great, right? You got a job, you make a little extra money with Herbalife. That's awesome, right? And if that's what the case is, like I do something and I do Herbalife as well, be happy about that and make sure that you share it. But we have like the biggest STS pretty much, probably the top 1, 2, or 3 in America, North America. And based on the people that go on stage during the HOM who share their, health and income result stories, I'm seeing that people aren't excited about sharing that story for whatever reason it is. And this is why, as of right now, in the month, as well as every Monday, we always got to kind of get clear on our goals. Every day, you kind of got to get clear on your goals. We got to think about, like, I need to go hard for myself because I need to tell this story, right? And those stories, you guys' stories are probably the most important stories we have in Herbalife. A press team story does nothing for the regular world, right? When you tell somebody how much money you make at press team, 15K, 20K, 30K, even millionaire team, they don't believe you, right? Any of you guys told them about your uplines and they was like, yeah, right. You guys showed them a picture like, yeah, these uplines, they always just here or something. Like, anybody ever did that? And people was like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, are you serious? Anybody ever did that? I did. I know, because, my upline is Garen Jones. So when I came into the business, March 2012, we were talking probably around April. It might have still been in March because, those first couple of days. But it was probably April 2012. And he was like, yeah, man, I made $7,000. Now, Garen's always been like a retail machine, high volume, social media presence is crazy. He was famous. He reached out to everybody, hit up everybody, never slept. And she was like, man, I made $7,000. I was like, what? In a month? And I'm just like, I just want a little bit. And if he could do it, I could do it. So I was always motivated by him. But his income also went very, very fast because he also brought in very highly motivated people, not just myself, but in others. And so, by the time I was a year in, by the time I was a year in, maybe a year and a half, Garen was making like $50,000 a month, right? Now, the average supervisor makes $400 a month in royalty from the check, not including wholesale and retail. So, but what's possible is making $50,000 in a month. And so he was, press team by the time I'm a year and a half, and he's press team, I think he's like 15K, probably he's like 20K after a year and a half. I'm in the business. And $50,000. And I remember I would tell people, and even right now I might tell people who just really ask or are curious or people want to know and really want to get in depth, and they have no clue, right, that is possible, right? And we all know it. We got no Garen. We know that he's not lying about his checks. We've all got checks from Herbalife, so we know that if somebody says they made something with a check, like, it's going to come every single month based on how big the organization is. But making $20,000, $30,000, people can't fathom that in 1 month doing Herbalife. They could fathom it doing drug deals. They could fathom it being an athlete. They could probably even fathom it being another multi-level marketing business, but not in Herbalife. And so the most effect that we have, and the most effect that we're going to have, and you want to tell your team, you guys too, is the smaller incomes, the more newer incomes too, the world team incomes, the consistent client-based incomes. And you want to be able to share it the same way too as well. You want to be able to share your income based on, the clients. Like, that's so important, is to say, yo, with my clients, with my retail, I earn like $500 or $600 or $700 extra dollars. Because we don't need to try to wow somebody like, oh man, we made $50,000 last month. Everybody's going to sign up, like, because they're not going to get that next month. They're not going to get that in the next 3 or 4 or 5 months. If they're even active and go very fast, they're not going to get that in the next year or 2 years, right? Maybe 2.5 years that can, become a president's team member and beyond, and it's not to limit anybody. But that's not like what's right now. That's not what can drastically make a difference in somebody saying, hey, I like these shakes. I can help 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and then this turns into $500, $600, $700. And especially going to supervisor, which makes that retail income going into the hundreds and close to 1,000 and more than 1,000 happen faster when we're at 50%. So the way that we got to always have it is sharing our stories, but we also got to get good with sharing the marketing plan, right? So when we share the marketing plan, we need people who are new to understand that they don't have to be at the level that they're at for the benefit of themselves in getting more products for a cheaper price, and for the benefit of what happens when they help other people, because we're going to charge them full price. But, how much you're going to earn off of that full price for retail client as you go and do and help more, right? It only makes sense for somebody to say, oh, I'll get 10 clients in so I can just have a bigger discount so I can make more money, right? It has to be that simple. It has to be that obvious that people are not even thinking about it. They're just like, help more people, help myself more, makes sense, right? For you guys, help more people, make more, makes sense. For the world team members, help more people, make more money, that makes sense, right? And then get more people involved in the making more money business, right? Making more health result business. And it's like, I don't want people to think that it's a money conversation all the time. The money is just the result of the transaction in getting somebody started on the health results. And so you kind of got to, and you can quantify that faster. You can quantify pounds lost. Does that make sense? So yeah, we're going for health results, but the money happens first. Like that 25% happens before that person loses weight. And so it's easier to chase the business, build the business, have goals based around the business off of what's easily quantifiable and definite, right? Money, numbers, universal is definite compared to how many pounds is going to be lost and how many people is going to be losing these pounds over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, etc. We might as well go get the money. As supervisors on a supervisor Zoom on a Monday who are here for the success, if you come to the success training seminar, STS, be ready to be successful. If you come on Monday to the supervisor Zoom, be ready to be thinking about your success in Herbalife, because the thing that I want you guys to do is to stay here forever, like this long, like until this leaves, I'll do Herbalife. And everybody who got a tattoo, I might as well just show yours right now, right? So if you got your tattoo, because some people about that life, you got to stay in the business at least that long. And we need the rest of you guys who aren't tatted to stay in the business that long and be in it that long. But it's hard to stay in if you don't make any money, because Herbalife still takes an investment, right? Do we all feel that there's an investment? It's like we're always going to an event. We're always going to a promotion. We're always going to STS. We're driving. We're paying for the event ticket. Some people get new clothes all the time. You're losing weight, so you're investing in new clothes all the time, or you're gaining lean muscle, so you're investing in new clothes all the time. You're investing in your nutrition club. You're investing in your branding, right? Some of you guys are making flyers, which is an investment. You're printing out your business cards, which is an investment. So we need a return on our investment, so we might as well work our tails off. I'm talking like I really care about like the language. We should work our tails off. Oh, I see my nephew, that's why, right? We should work our tails off so that the investment is working, right? Yourself. Boom. Cool. And that's what it is. So right now on our paper, as we're taking notes, write down how long you're going to be an Herbalife distributor. It has to be forever. Don't type it in the phone because you can't make it big enough. So write it down, find something to write with wherever you're doing, whatever you're doing, or just make a note in your mind for those of you guys that are driving or doing something else and say, look, when I get to where my notebook is, I'm going to write down, I'll be doing Herbalife forever. Capitalize it just like that. Underline it. Make it bold. I want you guys to have it around the rest of your notes. I wanted to have it around the rest of your thoughts that you're going to be writing down over the next, 40 minutes. I want it to be there in that same vein as you're thinking about, okay, help other people make money, help other people get results. Make sure I tell my story at STSs and HOMs, and anytime that's possible, I got to be so proud about it. Like whatever comes about through the rest of this training, the rest of this time that we have together, I want you guys to be seeing I'll do Herbalife forever. And then with that, you get to choose, right? I like when I first learned the marketing plan, and a lot of times at the STSs, if everybody uses the same slides when they do the marketing plan, like it got the little stair step boop, 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 of each level. And with that, it's like you get to choose your position, right? Like you don't have to get hired as a senior consultant and then you're just there as a senior consultant forever. Like you actually get to work to be whatever you choose to be. So in this foreverness, what do you get to be forever? Think about that, right? We're all supervisors, so we don't have to think about being QPs and senior consultants and members anymore, right? Are you an active supervisor forever? That's a yes, because even as a president's team member, you're a supervisor forever, right? And you got to be active because you want to collect your royalty. So active supervisor forever. 2,500 volume points. 500 volume points will get you 1% of your royalty for that month, right? So you got to get your full 5%. Everybody got to be an active supervisor forever. Yes, Ruben, but we getting there anyway. Like, calm down, man. Unless you want to take over. Right? So, 2,500 active, and getting to be active supervisor, it starts becoming easier when you understand what active supervisor is made up of. Right? There's a couple little sections we do active supervisor house to do the 2,500. There's a couple sections you got to focus on. Focus on your own results. So always incorporating your own personal products, right? Staying on products. You don't have to spend 500 volume points a month to stay, healthy. Those of us who have full tablet boxes, eat all the bars, including Euro bars, drink all the different aloes by the half gallon, Bev mixes, a million shakes. Like just imagine you only need like 2 shakes canisters for the month. Right? So it's not about you spending a lot on yourself, but you got to be investing into your own products so that you're consistently doing what you're teaching your clients and what you're teaching your members to do to teach their clients. You got to at least be doing that consistently. What else do we have? New clients every single month to help you get to your 2,500. Right? And so no matter how big or small the package is, if we're even doing, 120 volume point, 125 volume point, even smaller package, then we're nickel and diming ourselves. We're still thinking about 5 to 7 new clients. So you're getting an extra 1,000 volume points just off new clients. If you can get 5 to 7 new clients, starting with like shakes and cellulose, right? You can do a quick start program and add some PDM to the quick start program, right? Cellulose, tea, aloe, shakes, whatever packages you do, right? I was doing 20,000 volume points, 18,000, 14,000 volume points. Very first couple months, 8,000 my very first month as a supervisor volume points, and it went up from there. And I was doing like 150 plans. I was doing quick start, add PDM to start like everybody off. And I said, man, I nickel and dime it. I never did 350s or 450s and 250s. I wasn't doing those because a lot of people were broke, and I said, I just want people to start. And telling somebody 150 plus tax and shipping or 135 plus tax and shipping, that was easy. And so if you're focused on doing 5 to 7 every month as a supervisor, right, then you're looking at getting around 1,000 volume points. Make sense? So you took care of yourself, took care of your new clients. All right, client reorders. We know clients don't reorder. We know clients don't even drink the shakes a lot of times as soon as they have them. Funny story, right? So we were at a wedding 2 weekends ago. And so my cousin's wife had ordered some shakes. She ordered some Rebuild, PDM, put her on blast, right? She's not in this group. It don't even matter. I'll even call her out by name, right? So Candace, she ordered some stuff months ago. She's like, oh, I love the Rebuild, right? And, obviously at the wedding, she needed to lose weight for the wedding, right? I'm not going to say how that went. But so I go to the house and then we stay over, and then like the next day everybody's there and I go and I'm like, okay, I need to, make a shake because they were making food. I was like, I don't eat none of this stuff. And they ran out of eggs. I was like, let me just make a shake. And then it was a good time to be able to make a shake for the people that were still at the house because everybody was asking about Herbalife the whole time. Why? Because Marcus All Day looked good. Super looks good. Marcus All Day's wives look good. So, it was like asking. We buttoned up, of course, branded like crazy, right? And I was like, I'm about to make a shake. I go in the cabinet. She got the shakes there. I was like, I'm cool. Boop, boop. Top. Covered. It's sealed. A sealed shake, right? Go to PDM. Sealed PDM. Go to other PDM. It might have been one scoop missing from and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, the shakes is in here for 4 or 5 months. Like, it's crazy. And so we all got clients like that, right? Ain't drink the shakes. Had it forever. I got clients who are new clients that say, hey, my mom still got some stuff at the house in the cabinet. And I'm like, look, I want you to buy some stuff, but just go drink hers. Just drink it. Like, that's how I am. I'm like, just drink it. So if we say we got 5 to 7 new, right? We're going to focus on that this month. We're going to focus on that as we move into October, 5 to 7 new clients. If we get reorders, we'll just be conservative. Let's say 3 people reorder, right? Another 500 volume points, right? Your personal, 1,000 from new clients, 500 volume points from reorders. You're doing good. What other way do we get volume? Our brand new members, right? Brand new members, whether they're VIP clients, right? How we're kind of classifying them right now, or they're actually going to be active distributors, right? Then you're going to get new volume. So all of them got to order their own personal products for their own plan. And so just starting off with that, let's say how many people you think you should sponsor if you're really building? I say 7 a month. Now, if you're not in that mode yet, I say everybody has to. You got to at least bring in 1 new person a month, right? Bring in 1 new person a month. Aim for 3, aim for 5, aim for 10, aim for frontline in the world. There's some crazy stuff going on, right? Great Habits, I think they probably sponsor about 7 people personally to 10 people personally. On the way to press team, I was doing probably about 7 to 12 a month for like a year. So, that's a great way to get your wholesale income, wholesale volume up, which is also wholesale income up, which is why you'll have a big check before you even have to worry about having royalty. You can have a $3,000 check, a $4,000 check when you start creating your team, which starts turning into your supervisor, which means your royalty is going to go up anyway. And that's going to still be a big check. So we still want to know how to build, right? If you're stalled in your business right now, and this is going to be mostly, you can't feel stalled unless you've been in a while, but you're kind of in that little mode where you're like wondering what's next to do for the business, right? This is the best way to get back in the game. To rejuvenate yourself, you got to get new people, right? There's nothing more exciting than a new person. I'm going to shout out one of like my most favorite new people on the whole team. It got to be my boy who just hit his first cut active supervisor, Armani, young Jimmy. Is he on the line? Armani, where you at, man? Is he here? He might be at work. I'm scrolling through. I don't see him right now. But he's one of those guys, right, who is so excited about his health results, who's so excited about being part of the community, bringing his guests to the workouts, and, he's like 19 years old. And he's so excited about being around like his big brothers. Like, it's exciting to be. And it'd be like, dang, I need somebody to be excited about. Like, I'm excited for him hitting active supervisor cuts. And I'm excited for what happens next as he goes through, his matriculation of the marketing plan. It's something to be excited. So if you're feeling stalled out, what you have to do is start bringing new people in. And you got to find people that you're excited about meeting. Like, how many guys be like, oh, I just met this beast. I met this beast. Oh, this dude's going to be crazy. Like, who knows what people's going to be. But you got to find people to be excited about upon meeting them, upon them starting products or coming to a workout, upon them becoming a member, upon them getting it, showing up to, STS or the HOM or getting on a Zoom call for whatever quick start training. You got to get excited, and you got to get people to be excited about. It's hard to be excited if there's nothing to be excited about. And new solves all, right? So this is something we learned a long time ago. I don't even think I've said it enough. But this has to go along with user talk, which you got to write down right now. Is new solves everything. So when you're like, my team ain't doing much, new solves all. New team. Not saying that you're getting rid of a team. New people on the team. New people to sponsor. New clients. New health results, right? Maybe go get a new branded sweater. It's cold coming up for everybody but people in California. Go get a new hoodie and go get it branded, and then feel good about the branding and post about it. Like, man, and have it so people be like, man, Herbalife make clothes too. And you be like, yeah. And then you be like, yeah, I'm Herbalife, I make clothes. Right? Find some way to get excited about something. That's going to be the key. Right? And so as you bring these new people in, they're going to produce volume. And all of a sudden, this is where your volume starts moving, and you wake up or you log in from earlier to late and you start seeing the volume going up. That's your new people. Right? And you also have the people that are already in the business that you can either re-engage, re-inspire to get health results, and they'll be ordering too, right? And then you'll just get random orders for those of us who have Go Herbalife sites. You'll get random orders on your Go Herbalife sites. You'll get random people who will hit you up and want to order lift off or tea or a beauty booster. Add these up, you'll probably get 100 or 200 volume points a month from just like random stuff happening, right? Grandma accounts. Your moms, your uncles, like these people that just randomly just say, hey, I seen this stuff about Best Defense because you're always flying. Let me know what it is. It seems amazing, right? So you have all of these things that make up the house, and you want to just focus on all of them. But the main ones you want to focus on is the new clients, new members, new clients, new members, new clients, new members. And if I had to choose one, I'm going to say new members. New clients do turn into new members, but we have to get to that point fast. So out of all the people who's ever ordered Herbalife, you want to get them to become members as fast as possible, right? And you guys want to be so business driven that it makes sense to sign people up because we're in the business aspect. We want to be in business mode, and we like, I need to build my team. I remember they said, who would you have on your team if you could create a team? And I remember I said, man, it's going to be me, my brother, my boy Paul, my boy Jai, my boy Booby, right? This was like in my mind when I first started, right? Paul signed up, became a supervisor. He's still a supervisor now to this day. He's not like an active member like to be on this, but he became a supervisor, product lover, ripped up, right? Marcus all day, we know who he is. Other little peanut head dude right there, got on products, got ripped up. I said the other one, implying that mine's peanut headish too. Like yours more, but like because you're older, right? It's more almond. And then Jai signed up, become supervisor. He fell off, but he was a product lover too as well. And then the other guy, never did anything. But it was like I had it in my mind, like what a team felt like, right? Your family, your siblings is your team. Your friends that you roll with or normally hung out with, that's like your team. Like these people. You have to be so hard-headed with them telling you no that you're like, look, you're part of my team. You got to just get on right now. So those are the first people. And then as you out in the world, think about the people that you want on your team, the people that you vibe and get along with, the people that don't stand you up. I promise you, the people that stand you up, in my experience, they've never been good team members. Not one. I'm not saying the people that said no, right? Herbal Mama Rube said no for a long time, right? But he never stood me up. Wait, You were supposed to come to Power Club a couple times, I think. No. But for HOM, for a training, for anything else like that, those people, I haven't seen it yet. Right? And it's something about somebody who stands you up, something about people who don't respond to you or be considerate enough to say they can't make it. Now, if they cancel, different than standing you up. But the people that stand you up, I promise you, man, chalk them out, man. You don't need them. The biggest thing of everything is you don't need anybody because we have millions of people to touch. And even if you're in North Dakota, you got thousands or a couple hundred people, and you just might as well get all of them and get them on products. And so the same goes for your team too, you guys. And this is where it kind of comes with in terms of when you got to really think about the business, right? My business is my business, and each single supervisor on this call has their own business too, and their business is their business. So as you're sitting here as a supervisor, if you're choosing not to do the work to collect your full royalty, earn the extra income that you feel happy and satisfied and fulfilled about, right? Qualify for anything, talk to enough people, attend the workouts you're supposed to work out, go get your results, stand on your own product. If you're not doing that, that's your business. And there's really probably not that much that your uplines, and I'm going to say uplines, can probably do about you wanting to do the work for you, right? It's never about my royalty when I talk to somebody about what they're doing overall. I'm hoping that you guys are satisfied with your own business in terms of how big the royalty is, in terms of how big the personal volume is, your health results, and how much you're making off retail. Like, I'm hoping that that's good for you. Like, personal retail, I ain't, it ain't on me. But if you don't want to do it, that's on you, right? And so in that case, for my business, because I can't make, if I could, I would make you guys. Like your mom made you make your bed, I would make you make volume if I could. But since I can't get stressed out about that, and since you can't get stressed about that for your members, right, then you got to have the mindset of, I don't need them, right? The minute that you think that you need the certain amount of members, any of the members that you have, then you become dependent on that, and we're all independent members. And your business is going to be based on you continuously doing what you have to do, right, for security of however big the royalty is going to be for you. Does that make sense? Or if you're building a team and you're needing more personal volume and you're getting enough clients, but you want more wholesale volume, because the wholesale volume is what gets you to the 15 and the 20,000 volume personal or more. It's going to come from more people you bring into the business. But if you're depending on one person, man, I got this new member, he's going to be a beast. I don't care if they buff, won competitions, own a gym, got 80 friends that are good looking, have 1,000, 100,000 followers. Like, you can't depend on that person to do something, because what if they don't? But I need them to. You waiting and needing for them, begging for them, hitting them up, bugging them, doing too much stuff that they're not willing to do for themselves, then you're missing out on the chance for you to be doing the things to secure what possibly could be happening with that business, right? Or had already happened with that business. Because even if that person gets the meal team, if that's your only source of a line that's growing that boosts you up, now what if the people in that line don't get along with the other people in that line, and there's some type of dissension, and maybe they say, oh, it's fourth quarter, everybody goes down, so because everybody goes down, I'm going to consider myself going down and not choosing to have my own destiny. Now, what if that happens throughout that whole meal team line that you have, or get team line that you have, or world team line that you had? Like, that world team member did 10,000 volume points, and they started having an org, and that was helping you get to global expansion team, or got you to global expansion team, but you didn't do what else happens, then you need him or her. And you can't need people because it prevents you from going wide enough to hold yourself up. And there's people that need you. Mom, dad, kids, yourself, your bills. So if ever your upline says, I don't need you, it ain't like I don't need you. Like, I need you to be successful. I don't need you. I need for you to be successful for you, but not need you for my business, because if you're not in the business, and I definitely don't want to like need somebody who ain't about their own self. You got to be about yourself. And you ain't about yourself. Why would I need somebody who ain't about themselves for my business? And I'm about myself, and I'm about all of this to grow, but they ain't about themselves. If you're not about yourself, why would you put your business on somebody who ain't about themselves, who ain't about their own business, is what I mean. Which means they're not about other people, which means they're not being the example. You have to be the example. Are you there? Are you here? Do you show up? Are you on time? Are you contributing? Are you sitting VIP? Are you doing work? But you need that. You need the person that don't do none of that. And you're not. I hope y'all not them people. I hope you're not the people that your upline can't depend on to be that good part of their business, right? Quit falling off. We not even falling off for no reasons. You ain't got your arm chopped off. You ain't had your mouth wires shut, right? Because none of it affects the regular stuff that you do, going to school, going to the traditional job, going to other stuff. But the thing that's going to take you, oh my gosh, if y'all don't understand that everybody can be a press team member, everybody can make $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a month with Herbalife. If you don't know that it's you, it's never going to be you. It's never going to be you. And if it's hard and you think it's difficult, change your outlook. Just say it's easy to talk to people and then start doing it, right? And if you say nobody out here is messing with Herbalife and nobody in my neighborhood is trying to be healthy, I don't think that San Bernardino's like the most healthy place in California. Is not LA, it's not Venice Beach, but we making it happen. I don't care if you're in the deep south. Like I said, they ain't got no teeth, then the shakes is good for them. They ain't got to chew nothing. Right? It don't matter if nobody else do Herbalife around you, you get to create it. And I'm only coming and talking from somebody who had to do it. I had to be out by myself away from LA. I don't live in LA, you guys. You already know. And I had to create buzz and momentum and a lot of energy around it. And there had to be clients here, and there had to be remote clients, and there had to be team here, and there had to be remote team members. And it all culminated by me doing things that made it be proof. You got to make it proof. Like if you're not going on the trips, it's hard to show everybody what's up. It's hard to show them more. Our whole job is to show them more. I remember, when we first started, losing 21 pounds, you guys, and for retrospect, so you guys could know what the leanness was like. I'm 20 pounds heavier than when I first leaned out. I leaned down to like 145. And so how lean that was, near 7%, it was probably like right at 7, maybe even 6 and change the way it was. It was nasty. People don't have no idea how to get like that. It's too much. And we have to start being too much for the rest of the world. Y'all have too much fun. Guess what they have always said for the past 4.5 years of my experience? Too much positivity. There's something wrong if people are that happy. That's the world that we live in, right? Right now, with the climate of the country, we can see the world that we live in. So we got to be too much of all the good stuff for them to have to evaluate what they want for their life. As you, the country messed up. I don't even know how people can live and have this understanding, right? Slaves at their job, hateful, racist, oppressed, right? Miserable, unhealthy, obese, stressed out, murderous, We can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, describing the people that aren't on this Zoom or the people that we're not directly affecting when we go out in the world. But it shows in the clip that Mark Hughes I was just playing right before the meeting started, right before 5 o'clock. He was saying, where else can you go? The world is going to come and look for some heroes. And he said it in the 20s. He said in the 2000s, they're going to be looking for heroes. And they're going to say, man, Herbalife came. Because in Russia, we got Herbalife. Now, I met this dude this past weekend, and he was from the Ukraine. And he was talking about Ukraine, Russian, like conflict. And I said, man, we got Herbalife in the Ukraine too. And I was like, trust me, they get along. I know them. I know they come out for honors. I know the Russians. I know the Ukrainians. I know them from everywhere, right? The Middle Eastern people that do it, the people from South America, anybody that does Herbalife, you get to see it. And you understand that they do Herbalife exactly the same everywhere. And there's so much love and positivity everywhere. And their extravaganzas are like twice as big as ours around the world. And we have an opportunity now to be bigger. Y'all think that y'all did enough? If 30,000 people, these are these numbers that we can get back into, if 30,000 people come to extravaganzas, 2 extravaganzas total combined, 30,000 people come. And there's like 500 press team members in North America. That's only an average of 60 people per press team that came to an extravaganza. 60. I had more than 60 supervisors at the extravaganza. People like Enrique had more. The Fit couple had more than 60, right? And there's some people that's kind of retired and inactive as press team, that's just been press team for 20, 25, 30 years or whatever, who may not have had anybody at these extravaganzas, or their press team hit in another country, but they live in America. All these things. But overall, as we think about you guys becoming the next press team members, how many supervisors are going to be active are y'all going to be able to have at these events? It's not that much that it takes for you guys to be super successful, right? 300 supervisors, all levels right now. 230 top 3 levels right now. Only 230 top 3 levels, only. And guess what? That's coming from people who every February, there's people that fell off. Supervisors who didn't requalify and do 4,000 volume points in a year, right? That's all it takes is to just do a supervisor amount of volume one more time in a year from February to January 31st, right? People have been falling off since 2014, 15, and 16. We've lost supervisors in top 3 levels, 4th level, 5th level, everything, right? There's only 230 right now in my top 3 as a 15K press team member. How much y'all think it takes? All you need is one person to get a supervisor. And imagine if you had 3 people, and they all become supervisors and get a supervisor, your organization goes from 3 to 6, right? Then they get another one. It goes from 6 to 9. Oh, man, this global expansion team coming up real fast. And in the first set that had their first one, they get another one. And it goes from 9 to 12 to 15. It exponentially grows every month. So you see your organization grow by 12 supervisors in a month, right? And then average supervisor volume is about 12 to 1,300. And then you're just adding supervisors, people that you've brought into business because you stay focused. You stay focused on sponsoring a whole lot of people. And when you sponsor a whole lot of people, it energetically passes through your whole downline to sponsor a whole lot of people, right? So I'm going to take it on myself to have to do more. You got to take it on yourself to have to do more. If you want things to change in your business, we're talking about your business, you got to do so much that they have no choice, the people that are with you, to do the exact same thing. Be excited. When you teach somebody the marketing plan, they have no choice but to teach people the marketing plan because you taught them the marketing plan, right? Get them on products. And it's not like it's going to – there's people that won't listen. There's people that you invite them to everything and they don't come. You get them all the notifications, you tag them and everything, and they don't watch the video or log onto the Zoom or read the material or open the email. It's going to happen. And we're still looking at 10%, right? 1 of 10 people sometimes do stuff, right? We're still looking at 1%. 1% of like people will turn into the press team. We're still looking at those percentages, but it's our job is to get more people, because 1% of 10,000 is more than 1% of 10. And it's just your job to just increase the odds of you being successful by bringing more people in so you have a better chance with those ratios. Only as we're ending out these last weeks, these last days of this week for September, as we go into the final quarter, like it's going to be a push. We've been talking fourth quarter. It's going to be a push, right? It's going to be different. We're going into the new year, but we don't stop on the last quarter and then say 2017 going to be my year. We don't even stop right now and say next month. I had a conversation with somebody. They were talking about, oh, next month I'll be better. I said, well, you can still be better starting tomorrow because Monday we still going to be in September. And so the things that you want to do is just a matter about doing it today. The things that you guys want, it's a matter about having them today. You can have everything that you guys want as soon as you want it. But then you got to actually earn it and deserve it. When you're doing the things, there's no way that you're going to be working hard and really, really, I'm not talking about like being busy. I'm talking about being about the business. We do a lot of stuff, but you do it busy. When you about the business, there's no way that the things that's going to build the business are going to come into fruition and make it so it makes sense that you're world team the 10K way. Sitting VIP, cutting your global expansion team and all the other cuts of tab that come after that as you move up the marketing plan. When you're doing the right way, like your busyness has to translate to sponsoring way more people. Your busyness has to translate to a higher volume point that your site says at the top every single month. It has to translate to better branding. It has to translate to sitting VIP. It has to translate to doing LDW stuff. It has to translate to telling your story and being good enough to speak on stage and be the example so that you give your people a space to speak on stage, which is going to boost their confidence and boost the confidence of the people they brought. Because once you're on stage in front of a lot of people, people think that you're valuable, and you are. But you got to be valuable first. And I'm giving you the blessing because I proved the value. So that means there's nothing stopping anybody from being super valuable, getting on stage, doing the high volume, getting a mic, getting a chance to talk on a Zoom and share is because your uplines, all press from me up is all press. We did it for you guys to be able to be as great as you want to be. Everybody, it's free open. I'm press team 15K. That means there's space for somebody to be press team. Ain't nobody passing me because my business is my business. Why? Going wide. Still going wide. But it gave you the space to it. And so if you're sitting here at mill team, people on your team have space to be active world team, get 2.5. More than one person because they've seen somebody do it. Right above them. Whatever your upline is, you have permission to be that. And if they don't want to go faster, once you meet up with them, they're going to have no choice but to be at least boosted up another level. And it's not like you have to necessarily learn from them, but then you can circumvent them to the next upline and still be learning, right? And have that permission to go 2 levels up, right? Does this all make sense? But we got to be so involved in the basics. We got to be so, I had some stuff to talk about that we didn't even get a chance to touch. Fire me up. I ain't got no lift off, right? But it all started with that 2,500 that we wrote down that was going to be forever. It all started that we're going to be personally developed forever. It all started that I remember saying I'm not going to live in a shoulda, coulda, woulda world anymore. So that has to start with I should have talked to that person. I could have talked to them people. I should have brought my cards with me. I should have gave them my number. I should have took a number. Like, we got to get rid of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And it's those small little things that is drastically change the difference. And then the thing that helps you the most is when you become proud of yourself. Making that call. How many of you guys be like, dang, I got to make this little follow-up call. You do it and you feel better about it. Whether it's with a teammate, a lead, or a client. Like, you make a call and you feel better about doing it. Just like you feel better when you finish your paper. You feel better when you finish that assignment and that research and everything else like that. You got to feel better. You got to feel accomplished. You got to feel progressive. Like, it fuels you to be progressive. Boom, boom, incrementally. As often as possible, just win the day, win the moment, win the day, win the moment, right? You'll feel better. I used to have a drinking problem. You go to AA, they tell you one day at a time. So today is one of those days to win and feel good about winning. And sometimes just having one amazing phone call is enough for you to say, this day was great. And you might have to do that. And then tomorrow we got to be like, I got to know what's going to make tomorrow great. So Tuesday, we got a gang of workouts. I got to get somebody here. That's going to make my day great, is getting somebody to these next workouts we got on Tuesday. Everybody should be thinking about their Tuesday, right? Tuesday, 2 workouts, too many smiles, 2 times as much effort as you can do is Tuesday. This is what I actually started off my business doing. Like, man, I got to just do twice as much on Tuesday. And spell Tuesday with the T-W-U. T-W-U-O. Tuesday. Yeah, right? Whatever it is that works for you, you got to do that. And then you got to win on Wednesday, right? We got to do that. We got to do that. So we got to be on point with the little stuff, and that creates the big stuff. But it's the little stuff over and over and over again that's going to do it. All questions are good questions. Please say it, Super. None? Cool.
Hey, Soup.
Whoa.
Shred. World team right now. Damn. I got a question. All right, so I'm giving out my flyers, right? I've done, about 150 flyers this month so far, trying to get the rest of these off. And I'm not seeing anything, like, come back yet. Like, I'm not seeing anybody come into the club. I got people excited. I get numbers. I get Instagrams. But I'm not seeing nothing come back yet. And I think maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe. Because I'm not doing presentation at invitation. It's just straight invitation, come through. I'm leaving it at that.
A, you got to be patient. B, 150 divided by 25 makes 5. So it's only 5 flyers a day that you've given out. It's not enough. That's the periodness. The work, because we're talking about 10% and 1%. If you're talking about 10%, if you're doing 5 a day, you haven't even made enough to make one person come. Oh, this is good, right? If you're doing 5 a day and you need to get 10%, right, which is going to be that one person, you haven't done enough. And it ain't going to count for, like, let me get 15 out of the 150. Nah, it's a daily. It's daily.
All right.
So do 100 a day. Like, that's what it turns to. And so it got to turn into the mode of saying, I got to get off 100 flyers if I'm just giving them out, like, straight up. Or I got to go get 5 numbers. Either way, right, that's what it's going to be. But saying I got to go get 10 so my 10% makes sense. Make the 10% make sense. Damn, that was good, right?
All right. So
this is a lesson, you guys. It takes 10 times more effort than we believe, right? The 10X rule been going around. We've been listening to it. Listen to it again. I listened to it since last February, maybe 4 or 5 times. Just listen to it in the gym again on the treadmill. And he said most people, they set their goals too low and they hit them, right? And they don't set goals way past what they should do in any capacity. They lower the standards of the team, right? Which I really refuse on doing. I stay high standard because I know all you guys can do it. A lot of people on this line I've seen do 10K. There's a lot of people on this line I've seen do 5K. A lot of people on this line, everybody on this line had the potential to do, 5 and 10K. I don't even like talking into that other stuff because it's just a matter about you guys flipping the switch and believing it yourself and then doing the actions to do it. But not getting confused by the actions and understanding that it's probably going to take 10 times more effort in what you're trying to do to get the results that you want. So it will take, even if you're doing 5 a day as an average, it will take you doing 10 times more than that a day at least. Right? If you did 150 in a month so far, then, do 10 times more. You say, man, I got off 1,500 flyers, right? Like that's when it starts saying, okay, it made sense to do this. And when you hear how successful people have been in life, and then they tell you some of their numbers, none of them have these small numbers that they did, right? Because I looked at the dude who was the editor of the Success magazine, Darren Hardy. He was talking about what he did. The dude had an idea And he didn't say, I'm going to go just knock on some doors. It was like, I'm going to go knock on every door within 3 miles, right? And it's like, you don't stop. You just go do it and take your nose and you take them lumps and you take the whatever embarrassment and you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, right? And you just do it, right? You got to do at least 10 times more than what you're thinking about, right? And, you know, when you start noticing it in your workouts and you kind of push through them last couple reps, even if you're doing air squats, just go back down again. Like your knees ain't buckled, your butt didn't fall off. Just do another one. Like when you see these little differences and changes as you operate in a workout, in a group class, and whatever else, and you push yourself a little bit past more because you're like, I could fall or I could not fall, but this pain isn't enough for me to stop yet. Like I can actually go through this pain until I can't. Like it's about going to the I can't point and talking to people and making the invites and doing anything, and you owe it to yourself to do it right now. And even if you stop doing Herbalife, you owe it to yourself to do it in whatever you do so that it translates into the success that you want, because you guys all deserve to be as successful as you can imagine in whatever realm you want to get. But you should have the houses and you should have the income and you should have the bank account and you should have the freedom, right? And you should have the impact and you should have the influence and you should have the comfortability. You should have that cushion, right? You should have the luxury. You should have the opulence. You should have the extra. You should have the first class. You should have the upgrades. You should have the chance to give. You should be benefactors. You should be philanthropists. You should have the donations. You guys all deserve to work into that. You don't deserve it to be handed to you. You don't deserve to have this wish, but you guys are in Herbalife, and it's the perfect place to do anything that you said that you would do if you had the opportunity to go hard and become successful. And there's nothing in your way. Your coach ain't going to cut you, right? There's not going to be a hiring freeze. The recession don't matter. The president don't matter. Like this literally is based on you. And when I say it's on you, it ain't got nothing to do with your team either, because when the team goes and turns down and falls off, you still can be in that same mode of doing the things to make it so that you're secure because you've worked 10 times harder than anything that's dictated with the economy or the recession or a drop in business or a lack of morale or anything else. You can stay personally developed enough to keep that in your mind, wake up full of purpose, and get to where you got to get to, right? And don't break until you're making, a couple tens of thousands a month. Right, and even then, I promise it ain't enough. Ruben.
I got a question. Do I go or are you still going?
Go.
All right. Ruben Valdez, current Get Team. I got an invite coming tonight to the workout. Like super fired up. He's a new client, and I honestly think he's gonna be, dope and interested in the business because A, like I can just see it, and two, he even mentioned, like he'd be interested as well too, like, once he gets his results and everything. I'm kind of like wondering, like, I know it's like, yeah, your first 30 days is like your story forever, like your first month on products, getting your results and stuff. We got like some work to do to get these level 10 results, but like I feel like I don't want to sign him up too soon because I don't want him to, like get unfocused on his results. Should I just do the 30 days and see how that goes, or like, because I know he said he knows a lot of people, and he said people are hitting him up already, and but I want him to like stay focused on the result because I know like once he gets that result, there's like it's about to be lit. So like, should I just like hold the membership until like maybe like towards the end of his first 30 days?
What do you feel like doing?
Like, maybe until like, I guess like towards the end of his first 30 days. It's just I want him to like get a focus on his results more than making the money first. Because like I know it's gonna happen, but it's just like it's kind of tempting because it's like, oh yeah, I want you to sign up too, but at the same time, like I think this guy might just need to focus on his results first. So, but I don't want to like shoot him away like
if that's what you're feeling, then it's not like you even shoo him away. You're just kind of keeping him where he's at anyway. Like he's in client box. So you don't even got to talk about the business. You can just leave him in client box. Now, if he's adamant about it, man, let people make their money, man. Let people go through, let people share these products. And you can still focus on the health results because it's kind of like mandatory as you start coming around the workouts, like, and you start talking about the results, and it's like always high in your face, like, yo, results, get ripped up. And so if they're around that same energy all the time, like Armani, right, then he wants to be that. He wants to be that. He's going to want to be that, right?
Yeah.
They just say that, and then, it's just easy to just kind of talk to him about when you start somebody, you got to have your results too. And then you got his picture, right? His starting picture, just be like, yo, we got to get these pounds off. Talk to him about his results, keep him going. And you're also going to help him follow up with them first couple people too as well, so that he's thinking about their results and his results at the exact same time. And be like, yo, when they see this next crazy picture, oh, man, it's going to be crazy after 1 month. 2 weeks going to be crazy. 1 month going to be crazy. Just do that. You don't got to hesitate on the signing them up, but always go with how you feel. As long as somebody's in the container of or a grouping of being a client and their own products, then you're winning.
Ended up turning
I feel
into 14.
All right, cool.
And this is less than a month ago, right? And then by Friday.
All questions is good questions. No. Anything? Cool. All right, you guys. So.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Super, how you doing?
What up, man?
You got Curtis here. Yeah, I got a question for you real quick. I think I do know the answer to this. Oh, but before I forget, though, I like the Double Up Tuesday. I think I might add that to my my repertoire there. I like that. And then also, my question though is, when you're mentioning sponsor someone, are you basically talking covering someone's membership and getting them in as a member right away, and yeah, pretty much that.
Say that again. Ask that again.
As far as you're talking like sponsoring someone, I just want to make sure I understand. When you say sponsor, are you talking covering their?
No. Sponsoring is that, like, you're the sponsor, so that just means giving somebody your sponsor ID and your member ID for them to sign up. You're just technically the sponsor, not sponsoring the traditional way that we think of, like with kids football or anything else, where you're paying for them, or like you're a sugar daddy. We're not sponsoring anybody into the business, right? We do not pay for somebody's membership. They pay for their own membership. They pay for their own products. You can give samples. That's it. So that's what sponsoring means, is when you bring somebody in as your downline, that's called sponsoring them, but not actually doing the paying, Curtis, for sure.
Okay.
Shout out to sugar daddies in the house. I'm 35. I think I'm getting to that age. So all questions are good questions. Nothing? All right, cool.